crap, I can push a button. Get it right this time, I think. Yep. Alright. Yep, actually live this time. Alright. Good, good, good. Well, nice to know I can push a button and actually go live. Alright, well. If you're here, hello. If you're watching later, hello again, I guess. I don't know. We're back with some Angels with Scaly Wings. Story's getting pretty interesting. Thoroughly enjoyed it last week. Oh, that's a little loud on my end. Turn that down just a little bit. Alright. Last week we had we had a date and then just hung out with Adine. And yeah, I think I'm gonna focus on Adine. She seems nice. Did I do it? I did not do that right. I don't want to do that. 1 second. Let me start over and actually load my save file so I don't have to start all the way over again. That'd be embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as not pushing go live and stream for what you think is half an hour. Yeah. Load. There we go. This one. Alright. Jumping right back in it. Turn down a little bit more. It's pretty loud. Are you ready to go? Where am I going again? I think to do some police stuff. There's a couple places we can check out. Let's see where we should go first. While Bryce is focused on his list, I saw someone approach out of the corner of my eye. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Sebastian. Oh yeah, he was the other cop. Right, the two-legged one. There you are, Chief. I was looking for you. What are you doing here? Don't tell me there's another dead person. Oh, God, there's another dead person. Sorry, Chief, there is. Oh, boy. Damn. Guess it's gonna be one of those days. Oh, I've had those days. Yeah, looks that way. Someone else can take care of that today, though. We've got other plans. I think this, I think another dead body takes precedent over whatever we're trying to do. We need to sign off on a few things at least. I know. We'll go to the crime scene, sign a few forms, and then we're out. When we arrived at the scene, I saw the poor victim next to one of the houses. The obligatory sheet that was draped over him provided a modicum of discretion, but did nothing to hide the crime that had occurred. Alright, give me the story. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. The wounds match those of the last victim, so a similar, if not identical, murder weapon is likely. The victim? Maintenance person for this area, and the electricity is out. The power goes out, maintenance guy shows up and is killed before he can fix the problem. At least that's my theory. Pretty good theory if you ask me. So the power for the whole block is still out? That is correct. That's our priority. Not the dead person, We should get that fixed as soon as possible. We don't need civilians showing up around here complaining about sitting in the dark. Fair point. I just said that. Bryce's snout wrinkled with distaste as he glanced over Sebastian's shoulder. Damn, not again. Oh, it's gonna be that other guy. Yep, Maverick. What are you doing here, Maverick? A second victim, huh? This is an official investigation, so you better not cross that police line. Shunned by my own colleagues. This is ridiculous. Hey, no spoilers. I don't know whose house is whose. Don't tell me if it's a Dean's house. Wait, it better not. No, they said. I think it was a male. You know how it is. Rules are rules, and without rules, murders like this would be allowed to happen and go unpunished. Have your fun without me, then. I think we will. Actually, no, we're not going to have any fun. There's a dead body! What do you think he wanted here, Chief? Hey, Zach. That one's easy. To do his own investigation, just like he said he would. I shouldn't be surprised he showed up, but I guess we're lucky we arrived before he did. I agree. We better check out that power outage now. Of course. I think the door to the maintenance room is right around here. You got your flashlight, Seb? Seb, nice. Always, Chief. Yep, always gonna have a flashlight. You should go first then. I don't have my stuff here. Besides, putting on that head mount is such a hassle. I can imagine. I remember you complain about that every time it comes up. There, that should do the trick. That did nothing. That is a horrible flashlight. You just stay behind me, Reich, alright? Okay. God, I hate stairs. Me too. Especially those made for smaller dragons like you. Trust me, having it the other way around isn't too great either. I dislike all kinds of stairs. I just dislike all kinds of stairs, period. That's what I'm talking about. This kind of reminds me of when we found that underground base, or whatever it was. Remember, Chief? How could I not? It wasn't that long ago. Underground base? Yeah, the portal wasn't the only piece of ancient technology we found. Didn't we go over this last time? You have not missed anything, Zach, really. Just another dead body that we aren't really addressing. There was also this whole lab near it. Seemed to have some high-tech stuff in there. At least that place didn't have as many stairs. Wait, so you not only found the portal, but a whole facility along with it? I swear we talked about this last week. Yes, but we're not sure how much the two are actually related. I'm gonna guess pretty damn related. We spent all that time studying the portal and barely got anywhere with it. This stuff is just beyond what we know. Here we are. It's not creepy. There not be any jump scares in this. I'm not playing Five Nights at Freddy's. So what exactly are we looking for? Whatever's causing the power outage. If we don't find the cause, we should at least be able to get the backup running. Looks like the generator is gone. That's good. No, not really. Sound of creaking metal penetrated the stillness of the room. Whoa. I looked above toward the source of the noise as it grew louder, and in the next instant I was pushed sideways and fell to the ground, just barely avoiding the giant light fixture that fell from the ceiling and shattered into countless pieces alongside me. Reich, are you alright? Next thing I saw was a hooded figure standing above me, barely visible against the darkness that permeated the room. Ooh. That looks human. That looks very, well, wearing a mask, but looks very human. The figure crouched down next to me, its mask hovering right in front of my face. Merely a whisper reached my ears when it spoke. Be careful, Reich. Then the figure dashed toward the stairs. Those damn stairs! Where are you going? That's not me. What? Oh. Talking about the noise. Don't move. He's going up the stairs. I'm on it. I didn't see that chair coming. I can't see a damn thing in here. Here, Chief. I hate these stupid stairs. Me too! You're blocking the way. Just go around me. There's no room. You're as wide as the stairs. Oh, man. I can't help it. I love this banter. It's definitely accurate. Damn it. We'll never catch him now. By the time we found our way back up, the mysterious figure was nowhere to be found. We've got a long search ahead of us, and with a head start like that, there might be no end to it. Yes, I like Bryce. He's cool. Yes, we both hate stairs. We have to take our chances as long as we still can. Except that chance is growing smaller and smaller while we wait for the team to arrive. What even happened down there? Right. Reich, tell us everything in as much detail as you can. There wasn't much to it. I heard a noise, I looked up, the light fixture came down, then someone pushed me. You mean Reza. I don't know. That's not a typical police chase. It's only typical when you have a giant dragon like him. Is it Bryce? I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Didn't you see him? Whoever it was wearing a mask. Damn masks. It bloody well... Is this British? Is he British? It bloody well can't be someone else, so let's not kid ourselves here. Yeah, that was actually the best British accent I've ever done, in my opinion. Why would he wear that whole getup, though? Because it was COVID, he wanted to wear a mask. He didn't want to be recognized as some sort of camouflage for protection. I'm gonna go with camouflage. That's the same thing as recognized. Not want to be recognized. Good point. This whole thing doesn't make any sense. We're still gonna, ignore the dead body that we're probably right next to. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture, like the dead body. Can we get back to that, please? Your earlier theory about what happened was pretty sound, Sebastian. Let's go with that, and add a bit about the generator being stolen. Well, that's another important thing, but also the dead body! So, now the question is, who has a motive for stealing a generator? Probably the person that, killed the dead body. I'm not letting this go. I have no idea. Everybody keeps saying Reza. I don't think it's Reza. Unless he ran out of ammo and started using knives, I guess. Right, who else would need to steal a generator when those who live here could either buy or simply request one? Not to mention, Reza was the one who arranged the diplomatic trade for the generators in the first place. I can't deny that fact, the fact that your generators are pretty important to us, but resorting to murder? We all saw the human figure running away. It definitely wasn't a... I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm guessing it wasn't a dragon in disguise. Knowing my luck, I'm going to be wrong, and it's going to be a dragon in disguise. But I'm pretty sure it was a human. Why would he have stayed here? That's a fair point. Why would he remain here if he was the one who stole it? The generator was already gone when we got here, and the person in question wasn't carrying it either. Also, I feel like that'd be one giant generator that... Well, this is a lot smaller than I'm thinking. Dead body served its purpose. Anyways, back to the plot. Oh no. Anyways. Perhaps this is a case where the criminal has returned to the crime scene. For this kind of crime, I'd say no, but who knows? Maybe our rules just don't apply anymore. What do you mean? No offense, but ever since you two humans arrived, there have been a lot of strange things going on. This place used to be a quiet town. That's racist. He is racist against humans. Maybe this whole thing is just a huge misunderstanding. You're starting to sound like Maverick. So you think it was Reza? Yeah, going with that one. Honestly, things are looking great for him right now. It's still our top priority to find him. But after what we've seen here today, I'm not sure what will happen when we do. I just don't want to give you any false hope, you know? Who's Jeremy Clarkson? I see. Maybe we should just focus on finding him and point fingers later. Agreed. The police team will be here any minute now. You don't have to get involved with the search, but that doesn't mean you can't help us. What do you want me to do? You know, maybe deal with a dead body? We still have the list of places we were going to check out, remember? We can't go now. The search takes priority. Of course, we'll still check out those places after we're done here, but if you go on your own, you can speed up the process. You could even find a lead for us. Who knows? Must be really understaffed if you need to rely on me. Yeah, a lot of police officers are understaffed right now. How about no? I'm not a cop in this, so I'm gonna go do something else. Here's the list. Considering your status, you shouldn't have any trouble in these places, but if anything happens, call me, and I'll check up on you later. So call me, maybe. Wait a minute. You mean I'm going all by myself? Didn't he just say that? All of us are going to be busy with the search and the dead body. And we can't really afford to spare someone right now. You'll be fine. I'll be fine. There's just a murderer out there. I mean, somebody made a Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know who Jeremy Clarkson is. That's what I mean by that. Yeah, I'll be fine. Just murderer around. Aren't you worried I'll do something fishy? I mean, isn't that why Reza and I were assigned police escorts in the first place? That policy was mostly Maverick's fault. Damn Maverick. And he's out of the picture. You sound like he's dead, but we just saw him. With my authority as chief, I say you can go alone. I already know where you're going. To Adin's house, right? And besides, I trust you. If you were in cahoots with Reza, you would have run off with him when you had the chance. Unless I'm playing the long game and, you know, being a spy for him or some shit like that. Good point, sure. I see the team approaching. Guess you should get going. Visit the library and check on Remy? Okay, I'll do that. Alright, see you later then. Good luck. It was a relief to leave the crime scene, considering all that happened, and the fact there was a dead body there. I'm not letting that go, okay? I'm just... Main protagonist of Top Gear. I never watched Top Gear. I'm not really into cars. When I reached into my pocket to take a look at the list, however, I found something unexpected. It was a small piece of paper with the word Tatsu written on it. How did that get there? Gonna guess that guy. My earlier encounter with the masked person was the only time today someone was close enough to smuggle something into my pocket. I figured if someone like Bryce tried to do something like that, I definitely would have noticed. Yeah, because he's freaking huge. As for Tatsu, the only related thing I could think of was Tatsu Park, which I had come across when I went to the police station the other day. Even if that park was the place the mysterious paper referred to, I didn't know if it was actually a good idea to visit. The masked person may have saved me from the falling light fixture, but if it was Reza, it would mean following someone who was also the prime suspect of 2 murders. Oh, we're acknowledging the second murder. I also had to consider the list of places Reza had been to. A local grocery store, the production facility we had visited, and the library were the 3 places closest to here. It certainly wasn't going to be a busy day, and I knew I wouldn't have the time to visit all of them. Well, Dixie Dragon told me to visit the library and talk to Remy, so we'll start with that. Please observe silence at all times. Alright, Reza, what did you want here? Hey, it's Remy. That was easy. I already told you, it's not here. Who's he talking to? Adine? Hey, Adine! Won't you help out an old friend? A friend? This is the first time you've spoken to me in years. And whose fault is that? For you, I didn't even exist these last few years. At least I tried to reach out to you. What's going on here? No, you're just here because you want something. I'm right here, right now, and you still continue to act like that. She was my friend too, you know? Oh, who are we talking about? I think you should leave. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Okay, what happened here? It's a little late for apologies. Have it your way then. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wait, no, that was... Am I getting my fast food jingles mixed up? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Adine stormed out so quickly that she didn't even notice me. Oh, notice me, Adine! I waited a few moments and wondered if it was a good time to talk to Remy. In the end, I decided that my task was too pressing to come back at another time. I shuffled through books and tried to look busy until I noticed he resumed his work so I could approach him. Hello, Reich. How can I help you? How are you you seem a little stressed out, dude. I'm doing fine, thank you. That's a lie. That's a lie. Has Reza been here recently? Sure. Reza? He visited quite often since he arrived, actually. Until a few days ago, that is. Do you know what he was reading? Not particularly. I struggle with that word for some reason. Particularly. I thought he just wanted to learn about our world. Did you notice anything unusual about him while he was here? Can't say I did, though he did ask me for a map once. A map? Yes, I showed him a few, but none of them seemed to be what he was looking for. Did he talk to you about anything strange while he was here? Besides the maps, nothing else worth mentioning comes to mind. Only the usual pleasantries. Alright, let's see. Wait, you were here the whole time? How do you not notice a human just standing pretty damn close to you? Not the whole time, just long enough to know that something's up. It's nothing that concerns you. Come on, it does concern me. I know you, and I know Adine. It's really nothing of great importance. Are you aware of a certain prehistoric underground building we recently discovered? I've heard of it. She wanted a blueprint of it, which was one of the things found inside the building during the investigation. This is a lie. Why would you have it? We're not just a library, you know, but a whole archive that stores all sorts of information and objects. In any case, a blueprint is the kind of thing that would be placed in our care eventually. So she thinks you have it. No, hang on. Mrs. is calling me. Be right back. Sorry about that. My wife called and talked about some softball stuff for our daughter's team, which she's running. Where were we? Oh yeah, the thing for the facility. Oh yeah, the music in this game is amazing. I mean, that's Theo's been sending me different songs to use for the projects. I'm sure you've heard some of them. We used, I think, a couple in the Darkstalker one. I definitely gonna be using a couple songs, soundtracks in the Silent of Darkness Chapter 3, which we are working on. No release date yet, so just please be patient. We're working on it. Of course. That's all. That was not what the argument was about. Come on. Thanks for your help. There wasn't much help. Something's going on with Remy. Grocery store. Why not? Enter the store. The sound of a bell alerting the staff to my arrival. Seeing the patrons browsing the shelves, nearly stocked with wares of all kinds, evokes some feelings of nostalgia and normalcy in me. This must be the store Reza's been shopping at. Oh, hi. Who's he talking to? Hey, I think I've seen her before. I'm sorry, but this prescription has expired. I can't fill it like this. You'll need to tell your parents to visit the doctor so he can write you a new one. Okay. She turned around, nearly running into me when she suddenly bolted toward the door. Yeah. Nope, move on now. Hello, Reich. How can I help you? You know who I am? How could I not? Everyone knows about you. Anyway, how can I help you? Who was that? You mean the girl? That's Vara. She comes here occasionally to pick up her mother's prescription. You remember Reza coming here? Of course I do. It's only been a few days since he was last here. This will sound a little unusual, but can you tell me what he bought? Are you just talking about last time or every time he came here? Both, I suppose. He came here more than once? He's been visiting pretty regularly, now that I think about it. Excuse me. Interesting. I can look up his purchases if you like. That would be really helpful. Shouldn't be too hard. Just give me a second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. That was 4 Mississippi. Oh, still going. 5 Mississippi. Watch them carefully navigate the register's buttons, soon followed by the sound of the attached printer. Here you go. That was more than 1 second, dude. Come on. Here you go. Receipts from all his purchases. Well, that was easy. Since our government takes care of all his purchases, they're filed separately. It was simple to pull them up. Looks like he bought mostly food and snacks, sometimes magazines. But why was he buying lemons every single time? Well, maybe he likes lemons. Drinking iced tea, you gotta, put a lemon in it. I can't say that I didn't notice, but I figured it was just a human thing. Strange. In any case, that was a little more information than I expected. You have my thanks. You're welcome. I'm done, so I'll leave. I suppose that's all I can do here. The afternoon sun hung low in the sky, and I decided it was time to report my findings to the police. Oh, I should have gone to the park. Brief call to the department, and I was on my way to an appointment with Sebastian. Wait, did I misread it? Is his name actually Clark? Well, whoops. Not sure how my findings will help, but at least I have something. Look who we have here. Oh, that's not a sentence you can say. Oh, well, whatever. Moving on. Oh, God, it's this guy. Turn around to see Maverick. His intense gaze confirmed that there was no one else his words could have been directed at. Even with the civilians passing by in the background. What civilians? There's nobody there. I suddenly felt very alone. Oh, okay. That was a joke. What do you want from me? Answers. Okay, then start talking. Just tell me one thing. Why? What is your goal in all this? Why even come here? Yeah, that's... No, that won't do. That's simply not true. You know it, and I know it. I just don't get why you can't be honest with me. I'm being honest with you, dude. Even when you know no one else is listening. You know I can't touch you. Ugh. If I did, it would be over for me. At least, as long as I don't have any proof. In the end, what difference does it make if I know? No one is going to believe me anyway. Do you wish to kill me too? Like Reza? I would never do such a thing. Is that so? Tell me, why would an ambassador need such a dangerous tool in the first place? I know you claim not to have one of these things Reza injured me with, and you didn't have any when they searched you, but I guess it's way too late for safety precautions at this point. You could have hidden one anywhere. That damn hurt, you know. But even worse than that was getting thrown aside by Bryce. I trust him, but after what happened, he doesn't trust me anymore. Now, there's only you. The mythical, the special, the new. How much I wish I could make him see what I see. I could have saved the world with what I did that day, and it still wouldn't matter when no one believes me. Just because I don't have any proof. But I won't stop until I find some. And when I do, I'm gonna be a damn hero. That's not why you do police work, dude. And with that, he was gone. On the way to the police station, Maverick's words kept finding their way back into my mind. I couldn't decide how to feel about them. I wasn't even sure if it was worth mentioning to the police. I feel like it's somewhat worthwhile, since all he did was make vague accusations. It wasn't anything substantial enough to be considered a threat. Hey, bud. Hey, Winchester. You good boy. Stop wagging your... So cute. Good boy. However, his actions were growing more calculated, and he seemed very sure of himself. I wondered about what this could amount to. But that wasn't the problem at hand. Is it the dead body? Are we going to talk about the dead body finally? No? Okay. Hey, Reich. Hey, Sebastian. I thought I'd meet you at the front desk. What are we doing in Bryce's office? He does have a nice office, doesn't he? And the chairs are comfy. It's not what I asked. Is that the only reason we're in here? The dragon gave a brief chuckle. Let's just say that any information pertaining to this case is important enough to warrant some privacy. I see. Will Bryce be here anytime soon? I don't think so. He's still outside, looking for Reza. He's not the kind of person who gives up easily. I didn't take that from him. That sounds like him, yeah. That's Bryce for you. Once he sets his mind on something, he sees it through to the end. That's why he's our chief. He gets things done. At this rate, it doesn't look like we'll find him today. He could be anywhere, long gone, beyond our reach. What do you think? I don't think he's going anywhere. He can't flee to another place, no matter where he goes. He'd be recognized immediately. Why? Why would he be recognized immediately? I have no idea. To capture a criminal, send a criminal? Well, no, that's not entirely accurate. In the end, his only way out is the same way he got in, the portal. And he can't use that without someone noticing. Very astute observation. I wonder what will happen to our trade agreement now, considering Reza's still missing, the murders, and the stolen generator. If Reza really is the murderer, then don't do that. What? Worry. Oh, I'm kind of worried. There's 2 dead bodies here. You don't know what's at stake here. People are dead, Reich. Do you think I don't know that? Well, you ignored the second dead body, so... Reza may be our prime suspect, but there's also a missing person. For all we know, he could be a victim. Maybe someone is making him do this. My point is, we don't know the facts yet. What we need to do is find him and find the murderer. We'll find Reza and go from there. We'll figure it out. Thanks, Sebastian. Anyway, you said you had some information for us, so what did you find? That Reza likes lemons. The receipts you got are interesting. There might be something more to them, or they could just be a useless record of his eating habits. You never know what you might find out about a person, their habits, or their plans this way. The map in the library, I don't know what to think about that. I don't think it's really pertinent to this case. He could have needed a map to plan something, I suppose, but who knows what he really wanted to do with it. Oh, that map, not the map to the facility, or whatever. It's a kind of detail that, on its own, might not tell us much, but could be crucial later on. Hey, so I figured something out. Well done, Reich. That gives us some solid points from which we can continue our investigation. You did well in the second investigation. Yay! Got an achievement. In any case, thanks for your help. We really do appreciate it. You're welcome. That should be all then. Since Bryce still hasn't come back, I assume the search is still going on. And I better get out there and help him. Guess it's gonna be a long day. Can you find your way back to your apartment? Of course. Alright, see you later. Good luck. I wouldn't be able to find my way back. Grew up in the same town for 20 years and still couldn't figure out where everything was. Finally, some free time. Whatever am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What? I'm gonna meet with the dean. This should be... Oh, we're back. Okay, I guess. Should be the right address. I'm coming. Oh, it's you. I was expecting someone else. You're a little early. Yeah, I didn't know how long it would take me to get here. Better early than late, right? Oh. Hi. And who might that be? This is Emily? Emily? Wow. Okay. Emily. I'm going with Emily. She's one of the kids I work with. Hello, Emily. Say hi, Emily. Hello. I just have to bring her back to the orphanage real quick. Feel free to make yourself at home in the meantime, okay? Sure. You met Emily. So this is where you live, Adine. Small but cozy. I'm back. That was fast. I just said that. Being able to fly does have its perks, you know. Wait, you flew her back? Well, I am a delivery flyer. She doesn't get scared or anything? Not at all. She's such a brave little girl. So, what exactly is it that you do at the orphanage? I'm a volunteer. I help them out with whatever they need and sometimes take care of the kids. They only have so many social workers. The ratio is about 1 social worker for every 10 children, so it's good for the kids to spend some time one-on-one with someone they know. I guess you could almost call it babysitting, but for the kids, we basically become foster parents. The older they get, the less likely they are to be adopted. She might be too old to be considered soon. I'd adopt her if I could. I'm afraid it's not that easy, and the actual numbers of adoptions aren't very promising either. I'm worried about what will happen to her if she doesn't find a family. We will still take care of her, of course, but it's not quite the same as having parents. I'd adopt her myself, but I don't think I could care for her properly. Not as a single parent with my packed work schedule. I still volunteer as often as I can, because if I don't, who will? Someone needs to be there for those kids. Yeah, you're wasting your time. That's a good answer. Jeez. It's very nice of you. Thanks, but for me, it's not about being nice. I almost feel obligated to help, you know? Anyway, let's talk about something less depressing. Hey, I saw another dead body today. You want to talk about that? Because the police sure don't. Like what? Let me think. Oh, I just remembered that someone died here. Oh, okay. We're actually going to talk about the dead body. Here, in your apartment? No, not here, silly. It was close, though. Barely a block from here. Right. The murder of the maintenance guy. I remember that. Wait, it was a murder? I didn't know that. I thought it was an accident or something. That's terrible. Sorry for mentioning it. Well, she brought it up. Finding the first victim was already bad enough for me, and now I have to hear there was another murder in town? I wish I could get some good news for once. At least it wasn't you who was the don't just focus on the bad things. Don't be so sensitive. God, really want me to not. Don't just focus on the bad things. It's no use lamenting something you can't change. Sorry, Reich. I guess I should be more positive. It's just not always easy, you know? Maybe you'll get some good news soon. I hope so. That reminds me, I've got something I wanted to try on you. What? Try on me? It's nothing too dramatic. I read this magazine the other day and found a few interesting articles. Using her partial hands, she held up a magazine to show me its cover. A rather bold-looking female was presented on the front, adorned with trinkets like rings and jewels. Various headlines gave me an idea of the content within. It reminded me a lot of the typical gossip magazines back home. Lifestyle, the magazine for modern people. This issue even came with a set of fortune cards. I'm not sure what to expect. Those type of magazines are usually trash. Well, yes, they are, but I'm not going to say that to her. I'm sure they're qualified to determine my fate. With articles like 5 steps to get the partner of your dreams, I'm sure they're qualified to determine my fate. Come on, it'll be fun. If you say so. What should we look at first? You decide. Alright, let's see. Here, this article talks about dreams and what they mean. Have you had any strange or recurring dreams lately? Have we? Can't. Yeah. That could be for a variety of reasons. One theory is that dreams are a way for the brain to process day-to-day experiences, so it's not unusual to dream of people you've met. But a recurring dream involving the same person is a different story. That could represent strong emotions for or unresolved issues with that person. What about your dreams? Kind of feels like they're different every night. Most of them are nonsense, but sometimes I dream of people I used to know. What do you make of all this? I don't know. Even the article concludes that scientists haven't figured out exactly why we dream. It's a big mystery. Alright, let's move on. Oh, I thought you meant moving on from the magazine. Don't be such a sour... There's some interesting stuff in here. Do you think you can hit the trash can with it from here? You should try. It's probably for the best. What's next? A personality test. Didn't you always want to know what kind of relationship would suit you? She's talking a lot about relationships. I see a close relationship between this magazine and the trash can. I already know what I want in a relationship. Well, let's play it. Let's find out. Okay, first question. In a relationship, what role do you take? Let's go with that. Is that so? Moving on to the next question. Wait, aren't you going to answer the questions too? I'll take the test after you. I don't want to keep track of both our scores at once. Alright. Question number 2. What is your favorite dessert? Ooh. Chocolate cream cake? That's good. Lemon ice cream? Nah. Coconut souffle? Not a huge coconut fan. Red hot chili cookies. Gross. Chocolate cream cake. An all-time classic. Who doesn't like chocolate cake? Here's the next question. What is your dream job? None of those. Farmer. I'll go with farmer. Some people believe that kind of life is very idyllic, but I think it would also be a lot of work. It is. How many more questions are there? That's all of them. Now, to look up the results. Oh, it says here that the results are outlined in the weight loss booklet that came with the magazine, but I already threw that away. Why'd you Jesus! What the fuck? Oh, that is horrible! Oh, that's a terrible one. Oh, that's a deal breaker right there. Oh my god. Yeah, how else would you know? There's no other way. I'll be at a loss for the rest of my life. But now we get the best part, the fortune cards. Me too. How is that supposed to work anyway? I mean, they're just cards. How can they predict the future? Apparently, there are different schools of thought regarding the use of fortune-telling cards. The cards themselves don't know anything. They're just a tool. So, the information actually comes from somewhere else. But where, though? Well, one interpretation is that it's our subconscious who gives us the answers that we seek. Similar to how dreams can be interpreted, the interpretation of the cards is very dependent on the person itself and the symbols they recognize in the card's image. We recognize images that are relevant to our lives, and that gives us an idea about ourselves and our current problems. However, that is just the most grounded interpretation out there. People usually associate something more paranormal with fortune cards. One of those explanations is that the cards are our way to communicate with a higher being, a paranormal entity that knows more than we do, and can give us subtle nudges using the cards. And who would that be? The explanations range from ghosts to angelic beings. One even involved humans. Really? Yeah, people would say you could communicate with humans this way. And then there was also something they called higher self. Higher self? How come you know so much about this? Because I read the article about it. Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay, what should I draw for you? Why don't I get to be the one who's reading the fortune? Because I paid for this magazine, so the cards are mine. Okay, so what are my options? I can read your past, present, or future. What is it going to be? Let's do future. The prediction of the future is what most people associate with these readings. However, their purpose is to prepare the person in question for a possible future rather than just predicting it. Oh my. What is it? The card we've drawn is associated with drastic measures, particularly those with a final conclusion. This can be interpreted in many ways, but it can refer to death, the ultimate conclusion. It can also mean many other things, like a violent outcome of a brewing conflict, or a positive resolution of a long-running conflict. What do you think? Really? How can you already know about the future? Let's just say I have a hunch. It mentioned resolutions to conflicts that have been brewing, and there's definitely stuff brewing. You know, like 2 dead bodies. I guess that's everything the magazine has to offer. I guess that means you had fun then. Sure, let's call it that. So, do you have anything interesting going on at the moment? No, nothing interesting going on. Why would there be something interesting going on? Gonna be a one-man cheeseburger apocalypse. Okay, whatever. Can't imagine what ambassador life is like. It's been busy. Thought this whole thing would go by quickly without any mishaps, but now it seems like there's always something happening. Oh, really? Yeah, I figured I'd come here, do the exchange, and leave again, but apparently it's not that easy. It never is. You speak like you've had experience as an ambassador. Well, no, but doing deliveries is similar. People order something, I fly to them, we exchange the product for payment, and then I go back. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, sure. Okay. But things always go wrong. For example, imagine you have 2 deliveries to make and the first one goes smoothly, okay? I'm imagining it very hard right now. Alright, so you get to the destination of the second delivery, and they actually check what you're handing them. Turns out that you mixed up the orders, but you already delivered the first one. That's certainly not a pleasant situation to be in. Now you have to go back to the first family you delivered to, who by now have probably noticed that they got the wrong delivery, and exchange what you gave them for what they actually ordered. Right. But it turns out that they didn't mind the mix-up. As a matter of fact, they have already started eating what they got instead. It's not so bad that they aren't angry, but now you can't exchange the orders anymore, so you have to fly back to the restaurant to get the second order remade. Happens all the time. As a result, the people waiting for the second order do get angry because their order has to be remade and delivered all over again. You know what I like most about your stories, Alice? The sound they make when they stop. I'm gonna have to use that sometime at work. They complain and, of course, get their meal comped. Who's messaging me? No, it's my wife. The restaurant can no longer sell that first order you still have, so the orders for both families are deducted from your paycheck, and you end up eating nothing but ramen all week again, just so you can make rent this month. Talking from personal experience, it sounds like. That is unfortunate. And that's why you always double check your orders, because even a small mistake can have consequences reaching farther than you think. Sometimes we just have to learn the hard way. I guess so. Anyway, what else have you been up to recently? Do you remember the stunt flying competition I told you about? Of course, I assume your participation is a given by now? Actually, I'm not so sure about that. I mailed the application earlier today, so hopefully it will arrive before the deadline. Or maybe I should just fly it over myself, while showing off a few moves, that is. You should fly over anyway to make sure you get in. It would be a shame if you couldn't enter because of a technicality. Yeah, I really should drop by. By the way, could you do me a favor? That depends on the favor, I suppose. It's kind of a long story, but there's something I need. You know some people at the police station, right? Where's this going? I think they're in possession of a map related to an underground building they found. Oh, so you're just using me for my connections. Okay. I've heard about that. Oh, that's great. Maybe you can get them to hand it over? Why do you want this map? It doesn't even have to be the real thing. A copy would be just great. Just fine. What do you even need it for? Let's just say I'm interested in doing a little investigation of the place myself. What's so special about it? It's supposed to be a remnant of an earlier civilization, or maybe even something created by humans. Who wouldn't be interested in that? What, an actual human in front of you is not enough? If I had you all to myself, it might be enough. Oh, okay. But since your stay is only temporary, I'll need some other human-related things to keep me busy. How do I even ask for something like that? You can always say that humanity is interested in it. Honestly, they probably would be. Could you ask them for me, please? I can try. I won't promise anything. I do say that a lot at work, actually. But I can certainly try. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I didn't know you were into archaeology. I wouldn't care as much if it turned out to be just some old building. The whole thing about it being made by humans is what's really interesting. Why is that? Well, the myths... This is taking a long time. Jeez. Well, the myths wouldn't be very mythical anymore if that was the case. We'd have proof. And that's so shortly after finding out that humans are, in fact, real. Yes, what a time to be alive. So you believe in all that stuff? Belief isn't the right word when you're standing right in front of me, you know? That alone is a miracle. I get excited all over again just thinking about it. Speaking of which, all this excitement made me lose track of the time. Is it that late already? Oh, actually, I have places to be. Especially if I want to make sure my contest application arrives on time. Guess I should be going then, huh? For now, at least. I certainly wouldn't mind if you stopped by again sometime. Will there be any magazines involved? Actually, that magazine doesn't come out that often, so we wouldn't have anything new from them. I could get a different one if you wanted. Nope, we're good. Don't bother. If you say so. Anyway, I really have to go, so I'll see you around. Oh, doesn't sound like we got too far with her on that, but, you know, we'll see. Guess I can do whatever. Who do I want to meet now? Alright, who do I go meet with? Kind of want to go to Remy, find out what the hell's going on with him. Don't want to do Anna. I'm not a huge fan of her. Bryce is busy looking for the masked man / Reza. Alright, you're all saying Remy. Let's go meet with Remy. Back at the library. He told me to meet him in the lobby, but nobody's here. Maybe I should look for him. He can't be too far after all. It was quite a spacious building, lined with many bookcases on multiple floors. From the looks of it, it seemed to be as much of an archive as it was a library, which he already said, with immaculate order permeating the chamber. It was the kind of place I could see myself getting lost in for an afternoon or two, thumbing through all the interesting books it could offer me. I was looking around in wonder when suddenly a voice penetrated the silence. Remy! I couldn't see who the voice belonged to, but it came from the more private area in the back. It was followed by footsteps that approached it. Oh, you're still here? Of course I'm still here. I have business to attend to. Certainly. I just assumed you'd be done by now, Amira. Who's Amira? Guess your assumption was wrong then. Be a good boy and bring me some coffee, will you? Of course, Amira. I heard more movement, though I still could not see either of the two who spoke behind the bookcases. I assumed the area was off limits to a visitor like myself and decided to wait. Here you go. Now let me read in peace, you silly boy. Of course. I heard him walk towards my direction until he emerged from behind a bookcase and spotted me. Oh, hello, Reich. I didn't expect you so soon. Not like I had anything better to do. Better be safe than sorry. Yeah, I probably should. Oh, that'd be rude. Better safe than sorry. Well, I'm glad to see you again, at any rate. Who was back there? I guess you heard that, didn't you? That was my superior. She's the Minister of Culture and Arts, which means I'm technically in her employment, though generally speaking I work for the council at large, not just her. So this is where you work, huh? Most of the time, yes. That makes you a librarian, I suppose. There's a little more to it. I'm not just in charge of the books. I'm a scholar and study them too. For example, if the council requests knowledge on certain topics like facts, statistics, or other information of interest, it is part of my job to research it and present it to them in an appropriate manner. So basically you're an expert on everything. No, just an expert at finding information. Anyways, was there a particular reason you wanted to meet me? You're just too damn cute. That's why. You're just too cute. I was interested in what you said the other day. You have myths about humans? Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, right. I still have work to do, but I could show you something afterwards. Either way, now that you're here, you can help me with something. Everybody wants my help with something today. Jeez. I've got some books that need to be sorted over there. I respectfully decline your request for help. Sure, not like I have anything better to do. Alright, alphabetically. Oh no, the arrangement you see in this library is based on a sophisticated system that sorts everything in a very intuitive manner. Oh my god, this guy's like Voltaire. Based on a number of criteria: genre, author, complexity, and age. As you can probably tell, we have a lot of specimens, so just sorting them by alphabet would be far from efficient. That does sound very intuitive. That sounds complicated. That sounds really boring. It is. Basically, these 8 books you see over there were all part of a section that was moved, so they have to be sorted into their new area. Problem is, their labels are so old that they've started to fade away, which makes sorting them a little harder. They will get new labels soon, but until then, we'll just have to make do with what... I'm pretty sure that's not a way you spelled that, but with what we have here. All of them are by Hazik, that name, a writer on the subject of history, and a prolific one, I might add. You will find the shelf they belong to over there. Now it is just a matter of placing them in the right order, from oldest to newest. I have written down everything still legible from the old labels here. For someone like you, putting them in order shouldn't be a problem. Well, we'll see. In any case, I'll be working on something else in the meantime, so let me know once you're done. Hints. The Third War is directly preceded by the Spark. The First War is directly preceded by the Inception. Okay. The Inventions is not the third, 7th, or last book. The Second War is the 4th book. There's only one book before the First War. The Enlightenment comes at some point after the Third War. Okay. Okay. I took a picture of the hints, so I don't have to... Oh, I guess I can show the hints, but either way, I took a picture. Third War is directly preceded by the Spark. Okay, so First War is directly preceded by the Inception, but there's only one book before the First War, so the First War is the second book. And then is followed by the Inception. And then the fourth book is the Second War. Oh, this is making my head hurt. Okay. Third War is directly preceded by the Spark. First War is directly preceded by the Inception. The Second War is the fourth book. I'm trying to think here. I don't want to look up the answer because that's cheating, but this is tough. Oh wait, there's only one book before, so the Inception is No, it's not the Inception that's first. Well, the Enlightenment comes at some point after the Third War, so it's not the Enlightenment. It's something and then First War. What's before First War? The Invention is not the third, seventh, or last book. The Second War is the fourth book. So Inception is after the First War. Which then is the Second War, because that's the fourth book. Third War is directly preceded by the Spark. I'm gonna go with the Invention, because there's not... The tribe is not an option in this, and it says that the Invention is not the third, seventh, or last book. Show more books. I'm gonna go with the Invention. Second book then would be First War, which is then preceded by the Inception. And then this is the fourth book, so then it's the Second War. Okay. So down to 4 books left. Okay, so the Third War will be before the Enlightenment. But it will have to be after the Spark. Question is, where the heck does the tribe go? So either the tribe is next or the Third War is next. I don't have any hints on the tribe. Go with the tribe, then the Third War, then the Spark, and the Enlightenment. Oh, that hurt my head. That's it. Oh, you're done? Let's have a look. Oh, what? Only 3? Come on. Which ones? I'm just gonna... That's the best I can do. How much did I mess up? There, that should be it. In any case, there's a box here that belongs in storage. You can put that away. Sure thing. I'm too nice. That is heavier than I thought, yeah. Lifted the box and carried it towards the shelf, but just as I was about to reach it, I tripped suddenly, sending me to the ground as the contents of the box spilled across the floor. Scrambled to gather the various items as the voice of the dragon called out to me. Is everything alright? Before I can answer, Remy came around the corner, his face bearing a look of disapproval. He stopped over and helped me pick up the spilled objects. Yeah, I'm fine. I was mainly asking about the priceless artifacts you just... Oh, man, Well, that sucks. Oh, I guess my own safety isn't worth as much. Yeah, I'm just gonna apologize. Well, it doesn't look like anything's broken. That could have ended much worse. What is all this stuff, anyway? In preparation for your arrival, I wanted to study what knowledge we had on humans. And what did you learn? Not much. The human is a creature shrouded in mystery and legend, yet one we apparently share some history with. Sure, dragon, tell me I'm the mythological creature. Well, I mean, in their world, you are. As the story goes, we dragons were once a primitive and savage civilization, living in caves and whatnot. We fought other creatures and amongst each other for resources and territory. So, not so different from us. Liam's waking up. One day, however, a human arrived who performed many miracles and gave us the gifts of electricity and reason. We refer to this event as our awakening. What happened to them, and who were they anyway? They say it was a divine creature, a supernatural being that saved our species by making peace between our clans and uniting us, as our numbers were dwindling from our pointless conflicts. And when the deed was done, they ascended to the heavens from where they came, or turned into a dragon and lived among us, ruling with kindness and wisdom until their eventual passing, depending on who you ask. And what you make of this story? As unlikely as it sounds, there is evidence for sudden, unprecedented technological advancement in our timeline. We have artifacts from that time that couldn't have been built with the knowledge we had back then. I'm starting to think you already have a theory. Indeed. I take it you are familiar with the way the portals through which you traveled here actually work? I don't know, nor do I care. Yeah, not very. It's simple, really. Yeah, it's really simple. There are spontaneous wormholes that pop into existence now and then, but their highly unstable nature means that they instantly collapse in on themselves. The machinery of the portal merely stabilizes the wormhole so that we may utilize it. We actually are just taking advantage of a naturally occurring phenomenon. Fascinating stuff. Long story short, my theory is that this... My son's yelling at me. I should probably finish this soon and go take care of him. Legendary person stumbled upon one of these natural wormholes in the split second it existed, bringing them into our world. Being thrust into an unfamiliar world with no means to return to their own. Talking about being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Or just the right one, if you ask me. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today. Oh, what I would give to know more about them. Oh. I can scroll back. How do you know so much about the portal anyway? We found it a while ago, so we've had time to study it. Not me personally, mind you, but I followed its developments with great interest. Gotta stop doing that. What else have you discovered about it? Not much, I'm afraid. We didn't want to take the risk of permanent damage, so we won't do anything rash until we completely understand the technology and can replicate it for ourselves. So far, the only thing it has done for us was locating your portal and connecting us to it. From the interface, it appears to have more functions, but we haven't been able to get any of them to work. We were not even sure what it was capable of when we initially turned it on. Only after some time of being active did it actually find your portal, and only then were we able to make the connection. Making that discovery must have been very exciting, especially when you made contact with us and started exchanging letters with us. Oh, you have no idea. Especially when Reza arrived and he turned out to be a human of all things. Some people still worship them, you know? You've mentioned that before. How does that work? Do you have some kind of organized religion based around it? Not exactly. It's more of an adoration on a personal level. I'd count myself amongst them if it wasn't for the fact that I consider myself to have a more reasonable approach to it than others. For example, there are those that believe that there is much more to your sudden appearance than there really is. I think they expect some sort of miracle from you, similar to what was ascribed to humans in the past. Well, I can tell you that there's nothing supernatural about me. Those people are stupid. They're stupid. Maybe you should worship me. That's what I expected. Either way, as a scholar, I'm looking forward to seeing everything your PDAs have to offer. Public displays of affection. I could show you sometime. I see. Well, don't worry about explaining them to me. I'm sure you have much more important things to do while you are here. It is just a question of time until one of them ends up with me anyways. Actually, the PDAs are one of the reasons I volunteered to come here. What do you mean? I know them pretty well, enough to explain how they work at least. Of course, that's far from the only reason. I just thought I'd be the kind of person who'd meet all of the requirements, and it turned out I was. I see. It was nice of you to volunteer when you must have known there would be considerable risk coming here. You volunteered as well when you came to meet me, didn't you? I wouldn't think this kind of thing would fall under your jurisdiction regularly. That is true, but by this point, my interest in these matters shouldn't surprise you. I was more surprised that I arrived under cover of darkness to meet an ambassador. Though I haven't seen much of you since. Initially, they wanted to have an official reception headed by myself, but in the end, they changed their minds due to security concerns, as I told you back then. I suppose that's also why I'm being escorted by the police all the time. Yeah, that was supposed to be my job too, until someone from the police department objected and advocated for more security. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. Let me guess, that someone was Maverick. How'd you know that? Just a hunch. At least I still got to meet you. Were you nervous when you did? Only the brave or the foolish wouldn't be. I consider myself neither. And that wasn't just a side effect of the teleportation. I think you were pretty brave. I think you were pretty foolish. Let's go with that. To be fair, I would have been as well, if we didn't already know about humans and Reza. There was a moment of silence between... Oh, that's just right. And our eyes met briefly, when suddenly a loud call echoed through the building. Remy! I better go see what that is about. Maybe it would be better if you didn't stay out in the open. At the end of the hallway, you might find my office towards the right. Wait for me there. Alright. Nice little office. Doesn't seem to really match the whole library look. I don't like where this music's going. Drink his coffee. Well, I think, yeah, just about an hour and a half. And I actually streamed the entire time. Didn't go a whole half hour thinking I was streaming and wasn't. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna question the bed in the office. That's yeah. Well, we'll see where this goes. Yeah. So far, so good. Had a good time with the Dean and hanging out with Remy. And, oh, there's another dead body that nobody's talking about it. Yeah. I'm sure we'll eventually get to it. When there's a third. Just a hunch. Just. Anyways. Yeah. Good time. Really interested in where this is going. Yeah, my son is waking up, so I'm gonna go get him, feed him lunch, and yeah. Thank you for joining, everybody that did. We'll try to do this again very soon. Till then, see you all later.